Hi everyone, how you doing? It's Mark here again with another video, and today is Monday the 8th of January 2024. Christmas has come and gone, and we're all into a new year now. I'm just getting ready to go to work, and I wanted to come on and make a quick video. I just wanted to begin really by saying a massive thank you to everybody who's subscribed to the channel. And I know a lot of people on a lot of channels say this stuff and it gets a bit repetitive, but I really do mean it. I'm really grateful for all the active input from yourselves. It does mean a lot to me. It means that what I'm doing is having an effect on some people. It means what I'm doing is making people think, which is exactly the reason why I began doing it. And I hope that this video will be able to reach out and connect with anybody who needs it as well, because there was a time when I just didn't think I was going to make it. There was a time when I was desperate to check out. There was a time when I had no hope. I had no vision for the future. I had nothing to offer. I had nothing to, literally nothing to offer anybody, nothing to offer myself, nothing to offer society. And all I could do was gamble. That was it. It was just constantly gambling and constantly battling with trying not to gamble, and constantly having my head twisted because I couldn't stop myself from doing it, no matter how big the wish was, or no matter how necessary it was for me to not gamble. I just couldn't pull it off. I couldn't pull it off. And if you're out there now in that same situation, you're not alone. Gambling addiction is more common than people think. We tend to hide it. I never told anybody, my work colleagues or anything, about the real profound misery that I was going through as a result of gambling addiction. I never told anybody. Nobody knew. At least I think nobody knew. But it's like that burden of trying to keep it all hidden, trying to keep it together, trying to keep a job down, trying to do this, and being absolutely devoured mentally, spiritually, emotionally, by gambling addiction. It was a living hell. It really was a living hell. And how the hell I got through it, I don't know. And I'm sure if you're watching this, you've been through similar experiences with gambling. At first, it starts off as a bit of fun, and then all of a sudden something changes, and you start gambling a bit more, and then before you know it, your entire paycheck, time after time after time after time, is going on gambling. All of your resources are consumed for gambling. Nothing you do, or nothing you no plan you put in place or anything like that seems to be able to stop you from going back to it time and time and time again, even though you've said time and time and time and time again that I'm not going to do it. And it's tough. It's a horrible place to be. I mean, there is things that you can do initially. I mean, there's software that's available online if your poison is online gambling. I mean, the online gambling thing now, it terrifies me. It terrifies me. I mean, the amounts that you can bet in a single hand, or the amounts that you can bet on a single bonus buy or a single spin is just mind blowing. Is just mind blowing. And we have a lot of these people online, these so-called influencers, promoting this shit. I mean, if I sat here with a crack pipe and talked about crack cocaine, you know what I mean, and offered you and stuff like that, what's the difference? Both equally bring ultimately absolute devastation, you know. Gambling destroys lives, it destroys families, it destroys careers, it destroys everything. So does crack cocaine. But it's perfectly okay to promote the bullshit of gambling, which half of the time all these promoters are doing is just creating fees. Is creating money from referral fees. Similar to, if any of you were around cryptocurrencies years ago, that whole BitConnect scam, when all you saw online was adverts for BitConnect, which was a big scam, where people were referring, oh, look at how much money I've made, and you know, and people were going in on this BitConnect scam, and loads of people were making loads of money off the referral fees, and poor sods were going into these into BitConnect and got absolutely battered financially. I mean, I digress, but gambling's not glamorous. Addiction to anything isn't glamorous. And you know, if you're struggling with gambling now, if you don't do something about it, the likelihood is that struggle is going to get harder and harder and harder to address. You know, but there is a way out. I mean, if you're struggling with online gambling addiction, there is software which you can place onto your devices that'll block you from gambling sites. That is a first initial stopgap, but that's not the solution. It's maybe something that can be looked at in order to in order to give you the breathing space to look for something that can bring about the real change in outlook and mental capacity and outlook that's required. You know, there's GA, there's reaching out, there's therapy. You know, there's a whole host of things, but if you don't do anything, nothing will change. But one thing I will guarantee is that it'll get worse. It always does. So I'm going to leave this video here. I don't know whether I've made any sense, but I just want to wish you all the best until the next video. Take care.